The sun barely kissed the horizon, spilling pale light over the dusty streets of Ibadan. Amina hugged her thin shawl tighter around her shoulders, trying to shield herself and her 3 children from the morning chill that cut through her bones. Chinedu, Zuri, and little Tay huddled close, shivering in silence. Hunger gnawed at their stomachs, sharper than the cold, reminding Amina of every night spent scavenging, running, hiding. They had wandered aimlessly through the city, sleeping wherever they could, under a broken bus shelter, behind an abandoned market stall, anywhere that offered even a sliver of safety. The night had been long and sleepless, haunted by the fear of being noticed by the wrong people, chased away, or worse. Chinedu, 10 years old but already carrying the weight of the world in his chest, whispered, "Mama, maybe today we find something to eat." Amina forced a smile, though it felt brittle in her heart. She wanted to believe him. She wanted to believe that the streets might someday show mercy. A sleek black car rolled past, its engine purring like a well-fed cat. It stopped abruptly, and a tall man stepped out. His clothes were immaculate, shoes polished to a mirror shine, his presence calm yet commanding. He surveyed Amina and the children, not with pity, but with a quiet concern that made her stomach tighten. "We shouldn't have to live like this," he said, his voice gentle yet steady. Amina instinctively drew her children closer. "We're fine," she lied, her voice trembling. The man crouched slightly, careful not to startle them. "I'm Kofi," he said. "I couldn't help but notice you, and your children." He reached into his pocket and produced a small bag of bread and dried fruit. "Eat, please." The children hesitated, unsure. It had been so long since anyone had offered anything without expecting something in return. Slowly, Zuri took a piece. Tay followed, cautious, and Chinedu broke his portion in 2, offering a piece to each sibling. Amina watched, her throat tight, as the hunger in their eyes slowly eased. For the first time in days, relief and delight softened their faces. "Why? Why would you do this for us?" she asked, voice trembling. "We have nothing to give you. Nothing at all." Kofi's gaze softened. "Sometimes helping is enough reason." He paused, looking past them toward the horizon. "I have a farm outside the city, enough space for you and your children to start over. Not a palace, not riches, just a chance." Amina's heart hammered. A farm, a place where her children could sleep without fear, where they could grow strong and safe. She wanted to hope, but hope had a cruel habit of breaking her heart. "Why us?" she whispered. "Because I've seen what life can do," he said quietly. "And sometimes, when someone offers a hand, everything can change." Her children clutched her hands tightly, their wide eyes reflecting fear and a fragile hope she hadn't dared to feel in years. Amina glanced at them, at their small faces marked by hunger and cold, and then back at Kofi. Maybe, just maybe, someone truly cared. Finally she nodded. "We'll try," she whispered, more to herself than to him. Kofi smiled faintly. "Good. No promises, no guarantees, just a chance." The journey out of Ibadan was quiet. The city's dust and noise fell away, replaced by rolling fields of cassava and maize, the rich green of life stretching as far as the eye could see. The children pressed their faces to the windows, marveling. Even silent little Tay let out a laugh, and Zuri pointed at a distant herd of cows, her voice bubbling with delight. Chinedu studied everything, cautious but curious, absorbing this strange new world with careful eyes. At last they arrived at the farm, a sprawling sun-warmed place, fenced and proud, the scent of rich soil and growing fruit hanging heavy in the air. Workers moved about in the distance, tending animals and plants, and somewhere the gentle hum of life filled the vast spaces. "This is it," Kofi said. "Home. For now." Amina stepped out, her chest tight with awe and fear. Could she protect her children here? Could they survive a world that had been so cruel? She felt Kofi's gaze on them, steady, patient, unwavering, and in that look she saw something she had not felt in years: trust, possibility, hope. For the first time in a long time, Amina allowed herself to imagine a future beyond hunger, beyond fear.